Adam Carter looked out the window of the shuttle as it approached the lunar colony. The Earth hung in the black sky like a blue marble. After years of studying alien biology, he still found it hard to believe he was going to meet real aliens. 10 minutes to docking, Dr. Carter, said the pilot. Adam nodded and checked his medical bag one more time. He wasn't supposed to be here. The original doctor for this mission had gotten sick 3 days ago, and Adam was the only one with the right clearance who could replace him on short notice. Remember, the Zarellians are very formal, said Linda Boyd, the mission director sitting across from him. They don't like strong emotions or physical contact. I read the briefing, Adam said. He had read it 5 times, actually. The Zarellians were the first alien species to make official contact with Earth. They had shown up 6 months ago in their sleek ships and asked to set up an embassy on the moon. They were tall, blue-skinned, and had small ridges on their foreheads. And they could read minds, or at least sense strong thoughts. The shuttle docked with a soft bump. Adam grabbed his bags and followed Linda through the airlock. The lunar colony was bigger than he expected, with high ceilings and wide hallways. Plants grew in pots along the walls, making the air smell fresh. The Zarellian embassy is in the East Wing, Linda said as they walked. Ambassador Korath is expecting. You see. Adam felt nervous as they approached the embassy doors. 2 Zarellian guards stood there, wearing silver uniforms. They were at least 7 feet tall, with skin the color of a clear Earth sky. Their eyes were large and completely black. Linda showed her ID, and the guards waved them through without speaking. Inside, the embassy looked different from the rest of the colony. The lights were dimmer, and strange plants with purple leaves grew from the floor. Ambassador Korath waited for them in a round room with no furniture. He was older than the guards, with deeper blue skin and white markings on his face. Welcome, Dr. Carter, the ambassador said. His voice was deep and smooth. We are pleased you could join us on such short notice. Thank you for having me, Adam said, trying to keep his thoughts calm and organized. Your predecessor had planned to study our biology, Korath said. We are interested in learning about humans as well. A fair exchange of knowledge. Unhappy to help with that, Adam said. Excellent. My daughter Nira will assist you. She has studied your language and customs. The ambassador made a gesture with his hand, and a door opened. A female Zarellian walked in. She was shorter than the males, maybe 6 feet tall, with lighter blue skin. The ridges on her forehead were smaller and more delicate. She wore a simple white dress that reached her ankles. This is my daughter, Nira, Korath said. She will show you to your laboratory and living quarters. Nira bowed slightly. Welcome to our embassy, Dr. Carter. Please follow me. As they walked through the embassy hallways, Adam noticed that Nira moved differently from the other Zarellians. There was a grace to her steps, almost like she was dancing. Have you been to Earth? Adam asked, trying to make conversation. No, Nira said. But I have watched many of your videos and read your books. Earth seems very colorful. It is, Adam said. Lots of different environments and cultures. Nira led him to a large room filled with both human and Zarellian equipment. This will be your laboratory. Your quarters are through that door. She pointed to a door in the back. Thank you, Adam said. When do we start our work? Tomorrow, Nira said. You should rest first. She turned to leave, then stopped. Dr. Carter, may I ask you something? Of course. Is it true that humans feel emotions very strongly? All the time? Adam was surprised by the question. Yes. I suppose we do. Don't Zarellians feel emotions? Nira looked down. We do, but not like humans. Our scientists say that as our telepathic abilities evolved, we needed to control our emotions. Strong feelings can be overwhelming when everyone can sense them. That makes sense, Adam said. But lately, some of us have been experiencing problems. Hira's voice got quieter. Our emotional capacity is decreasing. Not just control, but the ability to feel at all. Adam frowned. That doesn't sound like normal evolution. It's called emotional suppression syndrome. Our scientists say it's the next step in our development. But she looked around as if checking if anyone was listening. I don't want to lose my feelings. Before Adam could respond, a chime sounded throughout the embassy. That is the call for the evening meal, Nira said, her formal manner returning. I will come for you in the morning, Dr. Carter. Over the next few days, Adam settled into a routine. In the mornings, he would work with Xerelian scientists, sharing information about human biology. In the afternoons, Nira would help him study Xerelian physiology. He learned that Xerelians lived about twice as long as humans. Their blue skin contained copper instead of iron. Their telepathic abilities came from a special part of their brain that humans didn't have, but Adam was most interested in what Nira had told him about emotional suppression syndrome. He started to notice signs of it in the Xerelians he met. The older ones, like Ambassador Korith, seemed almost robotic. The younger ones showed more personality, but still much less than humans. Nira was different. When she thought no one was watching, her face would show curiosity, excitement, or worry. She asked Adam countless questions about Earth, human relationships, and especially about emotions. What does it feel like to be sad? She asked one day as they worked. It's like a heaviness in your chest, Adam said. Sometimes it makes you cry. Cry, Nira repeated. We don't do that. What about happiness? Adam asked. I remember feeling it as a child, Nira said. But it's getting harder to feel anything at all. Her hands trembled slightly as she adjusted a scanner. The syndrome is progressing faster in me than in others my age. My father is worried, though he doesn't show it. Adam wanted to help her, but he didn't know how. He wasn't supposed to interfere with Xerelian biology or culture. A week after his arrival, Adam attended an official ceremony welcoming a new human diplomat. All the Xerelians were there, standing in perfect rows. Nira stood near her father, her face completely blank. Halfway through the ceremony, Adam noticed Nira swaying slightly. Her eyes looked unfocused. Before he could react, she collapsed to the floor. The room erupted in controlled chaos. Ambassador Korith knelt beside his daughter. Other Xerelians stepped back, their faces showing the first real emotion Adam had seen from them. Concerned. Adam pushed through the crowd. I'm a doctor, he said, kneeling beside Nira. Her skin had turned a pale, sickly blue. Take her to the medical bay, Korith ordered. Adam helped carry Nira to a room filled with strange equipment. The Xerelian doctors connected her to monitors, but seemed unsure what to do next. What's wrong with her? Adam asked. The syndrome has accelerated, one doctor said. Her emotional centers are shutting down rapidly. This affects other brain functions. Can't you stop it? The doctor shook his head. It is our evolutionary path. Adam looked at Nira lying unconscious on the bed. He thought about all her questions, her curiosity, her desire to keep feeling emotions. In that moment, he made a decision that would change both their lives forever. Let me try to help her, he said. The Xerelian medical bay was silent except for the soft beeping of machines. Adam had been working for hours, studying the readings from Nira's brain scans. What he saw worried him. The part of her brain that processed emotions was breaking down much faster than it should. She will lose all emotional function within a week, Adam explained to Ambassador Korith, who stood by his daughter's bed. After that, other brain systems might start to fail. The ambassador's face showed no emotion, but his hands gripped the edge of the bed tightly. Can you help her? Adam hesitated. Maybe, but I would need to try something experimental. Something that combines human and Zarellian medical knowledge. The High Council believes the syndrome is our destiny, Korath said quietly. They think emotions make us weak and hold back our mental powers. And what do you believe? Adam asked. Korath looked at his daughter. I believe she deserves a choice. I'll need full access to your medical database and permission to use my own research. Adam said. The ambassador nodded. You have it. But the High Council must never know. If they found out, I allowed a human to interfere with our evolution. I understand, Adam said. For the next 3 days, Adam barely slept. He studied everything the Zarellians knew about their own biology and compared it to human neuroscience. The two species were very different, but emotions worked in surprisingly similar ways in both brains. Adam learned that the syndrome had started appearing in Zarellians about 200 years ago. The High Council had declared it a sign of evolution, a way for their species to move beyond primitive emotions to pure thought. But Adam wasn't convinced. The brain scans showed patterns that looked more like a disease than natural development. On the 3rd day, Nira woke up. Her eyes were dull, and she spoke in a flat voice. You're trying to help me, she said. It wasn't a question. Even in her weakened state, she could sense his thoughts. Yes, Adam said. I think I can slow down the syndrome, maybe even reverse it. The council wouldn't approve, Nira said. Your father does. That's what matters. Nira closed her eyes. I can barely feel anything now. It's like being wrapped in thick cloth. Sounds are muffled. Colors are gray. I'm going to fix that, Adam. Promised. That night, Adam finished his work. He had created a serum that combined modified human hormones like oxytocin and dopamine with Zarellian neural proteins. In humans, these hormones helped create feelings of happiness, love, and connection. In theory, they should repair Nira's damaged brain pathways. He called Ambassador Korath to the lab. I've done all I can, Adam said, showing him a small vial of pale blue liquid. This serum should restore her emotional pathways, but I have to be honest, I can't predict all the effects. We're in uncharted territory. Will it save her life? Korath asked. Yes, I believe so. Then proceed. Together they went to Nira's room. She was awake, but unresponsive, staring at the ceiling. Her skin had turned an even paler blue. Adam prepared the injection, cleaning a spot on her arm. Nira, he said gently, I'm going to give you medicine now. It might feel strange at first. Nira turned her head slowly to look at him. I trust you, she said in that same flat voice. Adam carefully injected the serum into her arm. For a moment, nothing happened. Then Nira gasped and her back arched. Her skin flushed a deep, rich blue, almost purple. The monitors beside her bed started beeping rapidly. What's happening? Korath demanded. Her brain is responding to the serum, Adam said, checking the readings. Neural pathways are reactivating. After a few tense minutes, Nira relaxed and fell into a deep sleep. Her skin returned to its normal blue color, and her breathing became steady. Now we wait, Adam said. Korath stayed by his daughter's side all night. Adam checked on them every hour, monitoring Nira's brain activity. The damaged areas were healing themselves. Using the serum as fuel. At dawn, Nira opened her eyes. She looked first at her father, then at Adam. How do you feel? Adam asked. Ni, face changed. Her eyes widened, and her mouth curved upward in what Adam recognized as a smile. I feel everything, she whispered. Over the next few days, Nira grew stronger. She could walk around the medical bay, and her mind was clear again. Adam ran tests and found that the serum had not only stopped the syndrome, or reversed much of the damage. Your emotional centers are functioning normally now, he told her. Maybe even better than normal. But there was one strange side effect. Whenever Adam entered the room, Nira's cheeks would flush a vibrant purple color. The first time it happened, both of them were surprised. "Are you feeling all right?" Adam asked, concerned that it might be a reaction to the serum. "Yes," Nira said, touching her cheeks. "I just feel ... warm." The purple color deepened. Adam checked her vital signs, but everything looked normal. "It might be a minor reaction to the human hormones in the serum," he said. "Let me know if it happens again." But it did happen again, every time Adam came near her. And only with Adam. When other Xerelians or humans visited, Nira's skin remained its normal blue. "I think I know what's happening," Ambassador Korath said to Adam privately. "She's blushing." "Blushing?" Adam repeated, surprised. "Like humans do when they're embarrassed, or when they have feelings for someone," Korath said, giving Adam a meaningful look. Adam felt his own cheeks grow warm. "That's not possible. We're different species." "The serum you gave her contained human emotional hormones," Korath reminded him. "It may have changed how she responds to you." As Nira recovered, news of her improvement spread through the embassy. Other Xerelians with early signs of the syndrome began approaching Adam secretly, asking for help. He treated a few of them with a milder version of the serum. Each responded differently, but none showed Nira's distinctive reaction to him. One afternoon, Adam was working in his lab when Dr. Vex, a senior Xerelian scientist, came to see him. Vex was older, with deep blue skin and stern eyes. "I understand. You've been treating the ambassador's daughter," Vex said. "And others." Adam felt a chill. "With the ambassador's permission." "The High Council would not approve," Vex said. "They believe the syndrome is taking us to a higher state of being." "But it's killing people," Adam argued. "Evolution often requires sacrifice," Vex said coldly. "I will be watching you, Dr. Carter." After Vex left, Adam went to check on Nira. She was sitting up in bed, reading a book about Earth. "You have a problem," she said as soon as he entered. Her cheeks flushed purple, but her eyes were serious. "You heard my conversation with Dr. Vex?" Adam asked. Nira nodded. "Not just heard. I felt his suspicion." She put down the book. "Something else is happening to me, Adam. My telepathic abilities are changing. Before, I could only sense thoughts. Now I can feel emotions too." Adam sat beside her bed. "Is that unusual?" "It's unheard." "Oof," Nira said. "Our species lost that ability generations ago. The Council will see it as a threat." Adam took her hand without thinking. Her skin was warm against his. "We'll figure this out together," he promised. Nira looked at their joined hands, her cheeks glowing even more purple. "Yes," she said softly. "Together." A week after her treatment, Nira was well enough to leave the medical bay. Adam walked with her through the embassy gardens, where strange plants with star-shaped leaves grew in neat rows. Nira was stronger now, but her cheeks still turned purple. Whenever Adam came close, "The other Xerelians are talking about me," Nira said as they sat on a bench near a small fountain. "They can sense that I'm different." "Different how?" Adam asked. Nira looked at the water splashing in the fountain. "My emotions are stronger than before. Not just restored, but enhanced, and they can feel it." She turned to Adam, her cheeks glowing. "Especially what I feel around you." Adam felt his own face grow warm. The serum contained human hormones. "It might have made you more human in how you experience emotions." "I like it," Nira said simply. "For the first time, I understand the poems and stories from your world. Love, fear, joy, they're not just words anymore." Their peaceful moment was interrupted when Dr. Vex approached with two other Zarelian scientists. They all had the same cold, empty expressions that Adam had come to recognize as advanced cases of the syndrome. "Ambassador Korath requests your presence, Nira," Vex said. He glanced at Adam with barely hidden distaste. "Alone." Nira stood up. "I'll find you later," she told Adam, then followed Vex back into the embassy building. Adam stayed in the garden, worried. He had treated 5 other Zarelians in secret, with Korath's permission. All showed improvement, but none had Nira's strong response to the serum. Adam wondered if it was because she had been the first, receiving the strongest version, or if there was something special about Nira herself. That evening, there was a reception for a visiting group of human scientists. All the embassy staff attended, standing in perfect lines as the humans entered. Adam stood with the other humans, watching as Ambassador Korath gave a formal welcome speech. Nira stood beside her father, wearing a silver dress that matched the other Zarelians. But unlike them, her face showed subtle expressions: interest, amusement, curiosity. When she caught Adam's eye across the room, her cheeks immediately flushed purple. Several Zarelians noticed and turned to look at her. A murmur went through the crowd. Nira tried to control her reaction, but the purple glow only spread further across her face and neck. Korath smoothly continued his speech, but Adam could see the concern in his eyes. Dr. Vex was watching Nira with narrow eyes, his face completely blank. After the speeches, guests mingled and enjoyed refreshments. Adam tried to reach Nira, but kept getting stopped by curious human scientists who wanted to ask about his work. By the time he broke free, Nira was surrounded by a group of younger Zarelians who were asking her questions in their own language. To Adam's surprise, the young Zarelians seemed excited, not disapproving. One of them, a male about Nira's age, touched her arm in a gesture Adam hadn't seen Zarelians use before. Nira smiled at him, but her cheeks remained their normal blue color. Later, when Adam finally got a chance to speak with her, Nira explained, "They want to know how I feel. Many of them have early symptoms of the syndrome, and they're afraid. Did you tell them about the treatment?" Adam asked quietly. Nira nodded. "Some of them want to try it. They don't believe the High Council's story about evolution. That could be dangerous," Adam warned. "Dr. Vex is already suspicious." "We need to be careful," Nira agreed. "But we can't stop now." Not when. She broke off suddenly, her eyes going wide. Her body stiffened, and the glow in her cheeks faded. "Nira, what's wrong?" Adam asked, alarmed. "Something's happening," she whispered. "I can feel ... everyone." Before Adam could respond, Nira gasped and grabbed his arm. Around them, several Zarelians also stiffened, their heads turning toward Nira. Their faces, usually blank, showed flickers of emotion: confusion, fear, wonder. "She's broadcasting," one of them said in a shocked voice. "Broadcasting what?" a human scientist asked. "Emotions," another Zarelian answered. "She's projecting her feelings telepathically." "It's not possible. We lost that ability generations ago." Nira's grip on Adam's arm tightened. "I can't control it," she said, her voice strained. "Help me." Adam quickly led her out of the reception hall and into a quiet side room. Nira's breathing was fast, and her skin had turned a strange mottled pattern of blue and purple. "What happened?" "Back there?" Adam asked once they were alone. "I don't know," Nira said, pacing the small room. "It was like my mind opened up. Suddenly I could feel everyone's emotions, and they could feel mine." She stopped and looked at Adam. "The serum didn't just restore my emotions. It changed how my telepathy works." "Is that bad?" Adam asked. "It's unknown," Nira said. "Our history mentions emotional telepathy in our distant past, but it was bred out of our species. The High Council taught us that it caused chaos and suffering. But you don't believe that, Adam guessed. Nira shook her head. I felt something when it happened. Not chaos. Connection. Like finding a missing piece of myself. Her voice became more excited. Adam, what if the syndrome isn't evolution? What if it's the opposite? What if we've been losing something important? The door opened before Adam could answer. Ambassador Korath entered, followed by Dr. Vex. Korath looked worried, but Vex's face showed the first real emotion Adam had seen from him: anger. The High Council has been informed of this incident, Vex said coldly. They are sending representatives immediately. I've done nothing wrong, Nira said, standing tall. You've disrupted our natural development, Vex snapped. With the help of this ... human? He pointed at Adam like he was something dirty. That's enough, Vex, Korath said firmly. My daughter is well within her rights to seek medical treatment. Not if it threatens our evolutionary path, Vex argued. The human has given her emotions that are too strong, too primitive. And now, she's infecting others with them. Adam stepped forward. The serum doesn't create emotions. It restores what was already there. Vex ignored him, speaking to Korath. The council representatives will arrive tomorrow. They will decide what to do with your daughter and the human. After Vex left, Korath sank into a chair, looking suddenly old and tired. This is worse than I feared, he said. The council has supreme authority in matters of Xerelian biology. If they believe you are a threat to our development, Nira. What will they do? Adam asked when Korath didn't finish. They will take her back to our homeworld for treatment, Korath said quietly. They will remove all emotional capacity permanently. Nira's face showed no fear, only determination. Then we have until tomorrow to prove them wrong. Adam looked from father to daughter, seeing the same strength in both of them, despite Korath's controlled expression and Nira's open one. How do we do that? Nira took his hand, her cheeks glowing purple once more. We need to find the truth about our past, about when we lost our emotional telepathy, and why. The archives, Korath said suddenly. The embassy has copies of ancient texts. Most are restricted by council order, but as ambassador, I have access. Then let's start reading, Adam said, squeezing Nira's hand. We have one night to change the future of your entire species. The embassy archives were located deep underground, in a cold room filled with glowing data crystals. Each crystal contained thousands of Xerelian texts. Ambassador Korath used his security code to unlock the most restricted section. These are the oldest records we have, he explained to Adam and Nira. Some date back 5,000 Earth years. Korath showed them how to use the crystal readers. Soon all three were searching through ancient Xerelian texts. Adam used a translation device to understand the alien language. Hours passed. Adam's eyes grew tired from reading the glowing words. He was about to take a break when Nira called out. I found something, she said, her voice excited. She was holding a small red crystal. This is a personal journal from a scientist named Vorn. He lived during the time when our people first started losing emotional telepathy. Adam and Korath gathered around as Nira read from the journal. The High Council has approved my treatment, Nira translated. They believe removing emotional telepathy will make our society more stable. No more emotional outbursts, no more feeling each other's pain or joy. Just calm, logical thought sharing. The first treatments begin tomorrow on the council members themselves. Nira looked up, her eyes wide. It wasn't evolution. It was a choice. They did this on purpose. Keep reading, Korath urged. Nira continued. Year 3 of the program. The treatment has spread to all major cities. Children are now treated at birth. Some remote villages resist, claiming we are destroying what makes us Xerelian. The council has declared them primitive and forbiddens contact. So the syndrome isn't natural development, Adam said. It's the long-term effect of whatever treatment this form created. And it's breaking down, Korath added. The treatment is failing after thousands of years, causing neural damage, what we call the syndrome. Nira read the final entry. I have made a terrible mistake. The treatment works too well. Council members now show no emotions at all. They speak of emotions as weaknesses to be eliminated. I tried to warn about possible long-term brain damage, but they wouldn't listen. They've ordered all my research destroyed after my death. I leave this record in hopes that someday someone will find a way to undo what I have done. Silence filled the room after Nira finished reading. Finally, Korath spoke. All this time, we thought we were evolving. But we were just following a path set by ancient leaders who feared emotion. And now your people are dying from it, Adam said. The syndrome isn't evolution. It's your bodies fighting against the treatment after generations. Nira carefully placed the crystal in a pocket of her dress. We need to show this to the council representatives. They won't listen, Korath said sadly. They've built their power on controlling emotions. They won't give that up. Then we need more evidence, Adam said, and more allies. They worked through the night, finding more records that supported Vorn's journal. By morning, they had assembled a strong case, showing how Xerelian society had changed after emotional telepathy was suppressed out as dawn broke over the lunar colony. A sleek silver ship arrived. The High Council representatives had come for Nira, Adam, and Nira were in the lab, preparing copies of the evidence they had found when Dr. Vex entered with 4 Xerelian guards. The council representatives want to see Nira immediately, Vex said, his voice cold. We'll come with you, Adam said, picking up a data pad with their evidence. Just Nira, Vex insisted. You are not welcome, human. Nira stepped forward, her chin raised. I won't go without Adam. You have no choice, Vex said. He nodded to the guards. Take her. The guards moved toward Nira. Adam stepped in front of her, but one guard easily pushed him aside. Another grabbed Nira's arm. Stop this. Ambassador. Korath appeared in the doorway. This is my embassy. You have no authority to force anyone. We have direct orders from the High Council, Vex replied. Your daughter will return home for proper treatment. I have evidence that the syndrome is not natural, Korath said. The council must hear it before they make any decisions. Evidence? Vex laughed. What evidence could matter against thousands of years of our development? This, Nira said, pulling the red crystal from her pocket. The truth about how we lost our emotional telepathy. Vex's eyes widened when he saw the crystal. Where did you get that? Those records were supposed to be destroyed. His reaction confirmed what they had suspected. Vex knew the truth. The council representatives will see her now, Vex said more. Urgently. Guards, take her to the ship. As the guards pulled Nira toward the door, she locked eyes with Adam. In that moment, something strange happened. Nira's eyes glowed bright purple, and suddenly Adam could feel her emotions: fear, determination, and something deeper that made his heart race. But it wasn't just Adam who felt it. The guards stopped, their blank faces suddenly showing confusion. Even Vex staggered back, putting a hand to his head. What are you doing? Vex demanded, his voice shaking. Stop it. But Nira wasn't stopping. The purple glow spread from her eyes to her whole body. Adam could feel waves of emotion rolling off. Her, growing stronger by the second. The guards let go of her arms, backing away. This is what we were, Nira said, her voice strangely powerful. This is what you took from us. The door burst open, and 2 tall Xerelians in elaborate robes entered, the High Council representatives. They froze when they saw Nira glowing. What is happening here? One of them demanded. She's showing you the truth, Adam said, stepping forward. The truth you've been hiding for thousands of years. The representatives felt the wave of emotions, too. Their usually blank faces showed shock, then fear. Impossible, one whispered. The treatment cannot be reversed. But it has been, Ambassador Korath said. He held up more data crystals. And we have proof that it was never natural. Your ancestors altered our species on purpose. And now that alteration is killing us. The glow around Nira faded, and she swayed on her feet. Adam rushed to support her before she could fall. You felt it, didn't you? Nira asked the representatives. The connection, the wholeness, that's what we've lost. The council representatives looked at each other, then at the red crystal in Nira's hand. We will examine your evidence, one finally said. Until then, no action will be taken. After they left, Nira collapsed against Adam, exhausted but smiling. Her cheeks were the brightest purple he had ever seen. How did you do that? Adam asked in wonder. I don't know, Nira admitted. I just focused on what I was feeling, and suddenly, everyone could feel it too. She looked up at her father. Will they listen? Korath nodded slowly. They felt what you projected. They can't deny that experience, even if they wanted to. What happens now? Adam asked. Now? Korath said. We? Wait, and we prepare for a fight that has been thousands of years in the making. 3 days passed while the council representatives examined the evidence. They stayed in their ship, not speaking to anyone. Guards stood at the entrance to the embassy, watching everyone who came and went. Adam spent the time working in his lab, making more of the serum. Nira helped him, learning about human and Xyrillian biology. Her new emotional abilities were growing stronger. She could now control when to share her feelings with others, though her cheeks still turned purple. Whenever Adam was near, what will you do if the council rejects our evidence? Adam asked as they worked. I don't know, Nira admitted. I can't go back to how I was before. I won't let them take away my emotions. You could come to Earth, Adam suggested. We could continue our research there. Nira looked up at him, her cheeks glowing bright purple. Would you want that? Yes, Adam said simply. I would. Before Nira could respond, Ambassador Korath entered the lab. His face was serious. The council representatives have made their decision, he said. They want to see all of us. Adam, Nira, and Korath walked together to the embassy's main hall. The 2 council representatives waited there, standing tall in their silver robes. Dr. Vex stood beside them, looking smug. One of the representatives, a female with deep blue skin and white markings, stepped forward. We have reviewed your evidence, she said in a formal voice. The journals of Vorn and the other ancient records. Adam held his breath. Beside him, Nira stood straight and proud. The evidence is ... The representative paused, convincing. Vex's smug look vanished. But Supreme Leader, the treatment has guided our society for thousands of years. A society built on lies, the second representative said. This one was male, older, with pale blue skin. We were told this was natural evolution, but it was not. We were told emotional telepathy brought chaos, but the ancient records show a thriving civilization before the treatment. And now the treatment is killing us, the female representative added. The syndrome is spreading faster with each generation. What are you saying? Vex demanded, his voice rising with rare emotion fear. We are saying that the High Council has made a preliminary decision, the female representative announced. The treatment program will be suspended. Research into reversing its effects will begin immediately. Adam couldn't believe what he was hearing. He looked at Nira, who was smiling wider than he had ever seen. But what about her? Vex pointed. At Nira, she's already been altered by the human serum. She's dangerous. She has shown us what we lost, the male representative said. Something precious. Something that might save our species. The female representative turned to Adam. "The Council requests your help, Dr. Carter. Your serum could be the key to undoing the damage of thousands of years." "I'd be honored to help," Adam said. "But I want to be sure of your intentions. No one should be forced to change. Those who want to keep their emotional control should be allowed to do so." "Agreed," the female representative said. "We will offer the choice to all Xerelians. Those who wish to regain their emotional telepathy may do so. Those who prefer to remain as they are may choose that path." "What about those already suffering from advanced syndrome?" Korith asked. "They will receive treatment first," the male representative said. "Dr. Carter's serum, refined for safety, will be made available to all who need it." Vex couldn't contain himself any longer. "This is madness. You're destroying everything our society stands for." "No, Dr. Vex," the female representative said firmly. "We are saving our people from extinction. The syndrome would have killed us all eventually." Guards stepped forward and surrounded Vex. "Dr. Vex will return with us to the homeworld," the male representative explained. "His knowledge of the treatment will be valuable in creating the cure." As Vex was led away, still protesting, the representatives bowed to Korith, Adam, and Nira. "We have much work to do," the female representative said. "Ambassador Korith, we request that you and your daughter return with us to help explain this change to our people." "And Dr. Carter?" Korith asked. "If he is willing, we would welcome him as well," the representative said. "His knowledge will be essential." Adam looked at Nira, whose cheeks were glowing purple again. "I'm willing," he said. 6 months later, Adam stood on a balcony overlooking the capital city of the Xerelian homeworld. The buildings were tall and graceful, shimmering in the light of a blue-white sun. In the streets below, Xerelians walked together, talking and laughing. Many had faces full of expression, so different from when Adam had first met their species. "Enjoying the view?" Nira asked, joining him on the balcony. Her cheeks immediately turned purple, something that still happened every time she saw him. "It's beautiful," Adam said. "How are the treatments going?" "Over half our population has chosen to receive the refined serum," Nira said. "The syndrome cases are recovering well, and the children ... She smiled. "The children born since the treatment was stopped show natural emotional telepathy. They're teaching the adults how to use it properly." "And the council?" Adam asked. "They've created a new governing system, one that values both logic and emotion." Nira moved closer to Adam. "Many still choose to maintain emotional control, and that's respected too. We're finding balance." Adam nodded. "That's all I hoped for. Choice." "The council has asked me to tell you something," Nira said. "They're establishing a permanent science exchange between our worlds. They want you to lead it if you're willing to stay." Adam turned to look at her. "Are you asking me to stay?" Nira's cheeks glowed brighter than ever. "Yes, I am." "Then my answer is yes," Adam said. He reached out and touched her purple cheek. Gently. "I've been working on understanding this side effect, you know? Why you blush around me." "And?" Nira asked softly. "The serum created a bond between us," Adam explained. "Something unique, because you were the first to receive it. Your brain linked certain emotional responses to my presence." "Is it a problem?" Nira asked. Looking worried, Adam smiled. "No, it's not a problem at all." He leaned forward and kissed her cheek, making the purple glow spread all the way to her ears. "Some side effects," he whispered, "are worth keeping." Nira laughed, a sound that still surprised and delighted Adam. She took his hand, blue skin against pink. "I think I can live with this one," she said. Below them, in the city, a new world was being born. One where emotions and logic existed in balance, where differences were celebrated, and where a human doctor and a Xerelian girl with purple cheeks or helping to build a bridge between two very different species. And every time Adam entered a room, Mira still blushed.